There's a hook right behind you.
So good morning and welcome to Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island for day 2 of our BGSC October 2020 team specialty meet. I see we already have a couple early joiners here on the live stream. So we'll certainly wait until we get some more viewers to go over a little bit of a recap from yesterday and lay out today's events as they move forward. The schedule for the 10 and under group, which is where we are at right now, the warm-up started at 7:30. The meet is going to start at 8:10 a.m. We're just right now waiting for the second warm-up to start, which will run from 7:50 a.m. until 8:05, and then the meet starts at 8:10. The events today, the first event we will lead off with is the mixed 10 and under 100-yard IM. That will be followed by the mixed 10 and under 50-yard backstroke. We'll then take a quick 5-minute break there to let the swimmers catch their breaths. And we'll finish up this morning with the mixed 10 and under 50-yard freestyle. Happy to report that the swimmers and the parents did a spectacular job yesterday following all of the protocols. On behalf of the Gators and Pods and Crimson staff, we thank you very much for adhering to all the rules and guidelines. I also wanted to thank all of the parents and children for their generosity in terms of Amos House's Socktober. So I mentioned it quite a few times yesterday. I will mention it probably quite a few more times today. In conjunction with Amos House's Socktober, we will be collecting new adult socks and monetary donations that will go toward the purchase of new adult socks. If you'd like to do so, here's how you can contribute. So you can purchase new adult socks and have your swimmer drop them in the donation bin, which is located in the Pod Swimming lobby when they come to the pool today. Today is the last day that donations will be accepted. If you'd prefer to make a monetary donation of any amount, please fill out the form that Coach Caitlin Grant sent everyone in email yesterday. The donation will be charged to your account, and the money collected will be used to purchase socks for Amos House. So there was a really good turnout yesterday of folks who donated socks. So we wanted to thank you very much for helping us with that. And if you're on the stream, you'll see the second warm-up has just started. The swimmers event to the pool at 7:50. This will run until 8:05, and then we will get started promptly at 8:10. A little bit of a different arrangement today. So after the 10 and under session, there is about a 2 to 3 hour gap before the 11 to 12 session starts. Actually, it's about a 4-hour gap. The 11 and 12 session will start at 1:05 p.m. with the warm-ups at 12:15 p.m. I believe this is because Pods will be running their normal Sunday morning lessons during this time. Once again, we thank Susan and her staff at Pods for providing a very clean, safe, and friendly environment for us to be able to run a swim meet. Pool time is very scarce around not just the New England or the Northeast, but really around the country right now. And to have a facility like Pods that we are able to use has truly been a savior to the Gators swimming organization. And we thank Susan and her team. Looks like this morning, similar to yesterday with the younger kids, everybody has been allowed to stay inside the pool area in the building. The Pod staff have done a great job of marking out spaces on the ground, both in the pool area and in the lobby, that are 6 feet apart, and the kids are able to stay in the building with their masks on at all times and stay warm. I see that we're now up to about 13 viewers. Once again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island for day 2 of the 2020 October team specialty meet. Today's meet will feature Gators North, Gators Swim Club from Seekonk, and it will also feature the Crimson. As yesterday, we had a lot of very fast and good swimming yesterday, and we look forward to another good 3 or 4 sessions this morning. Hope everybody had a great Halloween last night as well. I know in the current climate, Halloween probably looked a little bit different for your family as it did for mine as well, but we all hope the kids were able to have a lot of fun, show some Halloween spirit, and get hopped up on that sugar high, and probably go to bed really late. So this morning may have been a rough sled in many of your households, as it was for mine. As we have more people joining the telecast today, just want to do a quick run through of some housekeeping items. So as I mentioned, all swimmers are required to wear a mask unless they are eating and drinking in their seat, warming up, or racing. Swimmers are also expected to maintain proper social distancing at all times. And your pods and Gators staff will also be helping them to do that as well. Heat sheets. Heat sheets came out in the email from Caitlin Grant. I believe it was on Friday. But fear not, if you did not get them, you can always go to Meet Mobile on your iOS or Android device and get the digital heat sheets free of charge. Just like with practice, parents are not allowed in the building under any circumstances today. Out of respect for the PODS facility and the guidelines that are in place, not only with PODS and Gators, but also within the state of Rhode Island, we ask parents who are in the front parking lot to avoid sitting in large groups. Please maintain proper social distancing and wear a mask if necessary. In addition, we ask that parents not gather around the windows and doors and instead utilize the live stream to watch their swimmers race. Many of the parents here today are probably very familiar with the fact that the geographic location of PODS does not have the best cell phone coverage. So if you are having trouble with your live streaming, sometimes something as simple as just driving a little bit up on Route 44 in either direction can improve your cell phone coverage dramatically. Or obviously, if you are at home or somewhere else watching this over your Wi-Fi, will provide the best streaming experience today. So approaching 20 users or 20 viewers so far this morning. I'd like to hear from you. Who's on the chat? Who's out there in the parking lots and all over? Let's jump into the live chat. Tell me you're here. I'd also love to hear, like we did yesterday, where you are watching from. So if you are not in Rhode Island or southeastern Massachusetts, where are you? Who's going to win the contest for the furthest viewer from East Providence, Rhode Island? Also like to throw it out there, and I guess I'll start it off here since we got some time to kill. Favorite Halloween candy? Love to see what you and your family's favorite Halloween candy is. Let's get this going in the chat. We got 15 people on board. Very simple to do. I'll kick it off. Maybe an unpopular choice, but I'd have to say Almond Joy is my mainstay. You got a little bit of everything. You got milk chocolate, you got that sweet almond right in the middle, and you got coconut. So that's great. Oh, we got Ronan checking in from West Hartford, Connecticut. Good morning, Ronan. Nice to see you again. I know you were here yesterday. John Bowman again here from Cambridge. Welcome and good morning, John. And we have Laurie Hero from Barrington, not too far away. Laurie, you're not the furthest away. You're a stone's throw away here. But wishing Charlotte, and I believe that to be Charlotte Erickson, good luck today. So thank you, Ronan, John, and Laurie for joining us. Hope you enjoyed yesterday, and we hope you enjoy today. It seems to be, it's a very interesting environment here inside PODS. You'll notice if I move the camera a little bit so you can see the far, on the wide side of the pool, the doors are shut this morning, and it actually provides a much better visual experience within the building. When those doors are open, there's a lot of glare in the pool. You can see in front of the windows, there's some points of glare within the pool area. So when those doors are closed, it actually provides a much better visual experience here. Oh, we have Stephanie Way from Summit, New Jersey. Okay, we may have a leader in the clubhouse as the furthest viewer from East Providence, Rhode Island, watching cousin Sam. Sam is literally about 10 feet away from me to the right here, hanging out with his buddy, Ben Woodsmall. So welcome in Stephanie. Jeremy Woodsmall here from Swansea. Jeremy and his wife Amy have a very busy swim schedule with all of their kids involved in swimming. Vivian, Violet, Sam, and Ben all did a great job yesterday, so thanks for joining in, Jeremy. And we also have Mike Lunardelli here, so we have 26 viewers. I was going through the session this morning, just taking a look at, in the 3 sessions, the 100 IM, the 50 back, and the 50 free, the top seed, so to speak, in each of the events. And Grace Lunardelli, who is Mike and Katie's daughter, has actually the top time coming into all 3 events this morning. So Grace is a really up-and-coming 10-year-old swimmer here with the Gators organization. So welcome, Mike. And Mike's telling me he's got about 4 or 5 family members joining in too, so that'll be great. Oh, Stephanie Way, you have been uprooted as the furthest viewer. I thought we were doing good with Summit, New Jersey, but Philip Bowman takes the cake, and I don't think anybody is going to beat Philip. Philip is chiming in from Dallas, Texas, and he is Holden Thompson Bowman's uncle. So, Philip, thank you for taking the time to join us today. And I see Martha Elena Rojas coming to us live all the way from Cranston, Rhode Island. So not going to win the contest for the furthest, but again, thank you for taking the time to join us this morning here as we get closer to our 8:10 start time. Once again, without the gracious volunteering of time, we really wouldn't be able to get a meet like this done. You'll notice on the far side of the pool, over near the scorer's table, talking to Ray Grant, are Ken Cartwright and Dick Parasol. So Ken and Dick were here officiating all day yesterday. So they were here from the very first session in the morning to the last session in the afternoon, and I'm guessing they're probably going to be here the same today. So a big thanks to all of the officials from yesterday and from today who will come out. I'm going to try and remember everyone from yesterday. So we had Ken Cartwright, Dick Parasol, Sharon Abbott, Mike and Michelle Dauphin, Melissa Lombardi, Vincent Eng. Oh gosh, I hope I didn't miss anybody, but if I did, I apologize. We really appreciate you coming in and all of your time. Welcome to Sheila Connolly coming in here, rooting for Olivia this morning. So welcome, Sheila. Thanks for taking the time to join us this morning here. Up to 32 people as we approach 8:01. The meet is just around the corner as the kids are finishing up their first warm-up. Seems to be about the same amount of swimmers from yesterday that we had. As I'll do a quick pan around the pool for you. to take a look at the kids as they are all positioned around the perimeter of the pool. There are many kids in the lobby as well. And over here, we're going to give Sam and Ben a shout out here. Sam and Ben. Sam. Sam's waving to the camera there, so is Ben. So there we go.
Just hey, one more choice. I'm gonna
Here this morning.
So when you hop out,
So
go to the other side.
Mike Lunadelli told me he's got some family coming in today, and it looks like Joseph checking in here from Florida, rooting Grace on. So thank you very much for joining us, Joseph. We have Isabel's mom in the parking lot. We got people all over the place, folks. So we're going to take this time to take a really quick break. And when we come back in about 7 minutes right now, it looks like we'll be starting to get going. The warm-up is really winding down here as most of the kids are exiting the pool. The volunteer timers should be entering the building very shortly. I believe they're in their timers meeting right now. Good morning, Leslie Richfield from Portland, Maine. Oh, great. Truly have people from all over the country here today, so it's great to see. Thank you for taking the time, and please, it's not too late. Send these links out to your friends, your family, anybody. Would love to, these kids would love to have as big of an audience as they could. And I would ask, when you do come onto YouTube on the Gators Swim Club Seekonk channel, please hit that subscribe button. Really helps us get those subscriber numbers up. And as I mentioned yesterday, once we get to a certain point, we can enable some additional technology as far as being able to stream from a mobile device as well, and multiple cameras as well. So thank you very much for that. We're going to take a really quick break. We'll be back in about 4 or 5 minutes and ready to go here. Once again, thank you very much for taking the time to join us this morning on day 2 of the October 2020 Team Specialty Meet here at Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island. Okay, folks, welcome back here to Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island. The timers, the volunteer timers, have made their way into the building and are streaming up on the side here over near the starting block. So once again, not only the officials make this possible, but also the timers as well, the parent timers. So fortunately, I recognize and I know most of the timers. I may miss a name here. So this morning, it looks like we have Heather Holland, Kat Lee, Kelly Hardison, Katie Lunardelli, Amy Woodsmall, Jess Dansereau, and oh my, I am forgetting Nico and Vivian's mother's first name. But Nico and Vivian Weinert's mother is also here. Looks like she's getting ready to time in lane 4. So once again, without the timers here, we cannot have a meet. So the swimmers, as you can see on the far side of the pool, the swimmers have started to line up for this event. The first event will be event 18, the mixed 10 and under 100-yard IM. There will be 5 heats. The top 2 times, entering this event will come from Grace Lunardelli with a 1:18.18. Grace will be in heat 5, lane 3, followed by Nico Weinert, who will also be in heat 5. Nico comes in with a time of 1:21.28. And she will be running out of lane 4. Here in heat 1, we'll feature Olivia Lundstrom in lane 2 from Gators, Sam Howes in lane 3 from Gators, Holden Thompson Bowman in lane 4 from Gators, and Lucas Wang in lane 5 also from Gators. Kids have made their way to the starting blocks with their masks on. I will say, folks, the kids have done a great job with the masks. Obviously, it's not something that's easy to do, especially for the younger kids, but they have been very disciplined to keeping their masks on when they need to and following all the rules. So big thanks to the parents and also the kids as well. Oh no, I didn't. I did say Amy Woodsmall. Right, Amy. Good catch there. And we're off here on the first event of the day, the 10 and under 100 IM. So out of the gate in lane 5, we have Lucas Wang leading the way here. He will be first to touch the wall after the backstroke, looking very strong here. He's followed by Sam Howes in lane 3 as they enter the breaststroke portion of the IM. So coming down the stretch here in the freestyle, your winner of Heat 1 will come from lane 5, Lucas Wang. He will be followed very closely in lane 3 by Sam Howes, who has a very strong finish here. Very 100 IM, very tiring event, especially for the young kids needing to do all 4 of the strokes, but it really does set the foundation for them as they continue to move on and get stronger in their other strokes. As you see Olivia Lundstrom in lane 2 and Holden Thompson Bowman in lane 4 finishing up. A great job today from all the swimmers in Heat 1. Moving on to Heat 2 in the mixed 10 and under 100-yard IM. Heat 2 will feature in lane 1, Alessandra Kang. In lane 2, Rachel Pickrell. In lane 3, Mackenzie Scherer. In lane 4, Isabel Assen. In lane 5, Emma Holland. And in lane 6, Reese Caldwell. All of the swimmers are Gators swimmers, except lane 2, which will feature Rachel Pickrell from the Crimson. Kids are lined up on the starting block. There's the whistle. And we will be underway shortly for Heat 2 of the 100-yard IM. And we're off in Heat 2 with a very clean start here. So touching the wall first will be Isabel Assen in lane 4, completing the butterfly and moving into the backstroke. Very close race right now between Isabel and Allie Kang in lane 1, with Emma Holland in lane 5 right behind them. Transitioning to the breaststroke, you'll see that our leader continues to be lane 4, Isabel Assen, with Ali Kayang in lane 1, right behind her. It's going to be a really close finish here. But as you can see, it's going to be Isabel Assen in lane 4. She's going to take first place in Heat 2. Second place is going to be very close. It looks like Ali Kang outtouches Emma Holland, who came in third place there. So once again, another fantastic race by these kids in the very difficult and exciting 100 IM. Next heat will be Heat 3 of 5 and will feature in lane 1, Avery Abreu. In lane 2, Mary Lee. In lane 3, Miles Goncalves. In lane 4, Victor Figet Kosarev. In lane 5, Bed Woodsmall. And in lane 6, Charlotte Erickson. Just a quick reminder that lane 1 is the lane furthest from the pool, while I keep saying the pool. Lane 1 is the furthest from the camera, and lane 6 is the closest to the camera. I know when you're viewing this at home, it's really tough to tell what lane is what lane here. So the swimmers have made their way to the blocks, getting their last second preparations here. It looks like the officials just about ready to blow the whistle, and we'll be underway with Heat 3 of the mixed 10 and under 100-yard IM. Clean start here. For kids at this age to be doing the butterfly as proficient as they do is really amazing. Takes a lot out of you, especially these you know, younger kids, little small bodies as they transition now into the backstroke. And we really have a tight formation of swimmers here, as you can see. Very tight group here as we're going to go from the backstroke and into the breaststroke here. Really too close to call as far as who is the leader. Looks like Avery Abreu and Victor Figuet-Kosarev in lane 4 could be leading the way here. And it looks like Victor in the breaststroke here has opened up a little bit of a lead on Avery. Touching the wall first is indeed Victor Figuet-Kosarev in lane 4. As the swimmers make their mad dash toward the under end of the pool to finish out this mixed 10 and under 100-yard IM. Touching the wall first is Victor Figuet-Kosarev out of lane 4. And second place looked like a photo finish between Avery Abreu in lane 1 and Mary Lee in lane 2. So spectacular job by the swimmers there. Looks like the officials were having some sort of conversation. Not sure what that was about. But we're moving on to heat 4 or 5, which will feature in lane 1, Rory Caldwell in lane 2, Grayson Stock-Guild in lane 3, Daphne Russo in lane 4, William Park in lane 5, Maddie Hardison, and in lane 6, Paul Dolan III. All of these swimmers are from Gators in this heat 4 of 5. Once again, they're off. Very clean start here. Very impressive streamline from William Park in lane 4 as he took that almost halfway down the pool. And he is going to be the first to touch as we conclude the butterfly and move into the backstroke here at Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island. William continues to be your leader in lane 4. Looks like Daphne Russo in lane 3 may be in second place, but it's very close as the swimmers have now transitioned over to the breaststroke. William Park in lane 4 maintains his lead as they approach the flags. All of the swimmers have now transitioned into the freestyle. Your winner in heat 4 will come from lane 4. That will be William Park. He will be followed in lane 3 by Daphne Russo. And it looks like in lane 5, Maddie Hardison will come in third place. So great effort there by William Park. And here we go, folks. The 5th and final heat of the mixed 10 and under 100-yard IM. Heat 5 of 5 will feature in lane 1, Kathleen Rossi. In lane 2, Emily Pelchat. In lane 3, Grace Lunardelli. In lane 4, Nico Weinert. In lane 5, Avery Trin. And in lane 6, Gemma Kent. Once again, the top 2 qualifiers for this event will be featured in lanes 3 and 4 with Grace Lunardelli and Nico Weinert. Grace is coming in to the 100 IM with a best time of 1:18.18, while Nico comes in with a best time of 1:21.28. Swimmers are making their way to the blocks while you see the previous heat come by here. Swimmers have made their way to the blocks. Final preparations here. Officials are about ready to blow the whistle, and we'll be underway here in heat 5 of 5 for the mixed 10 and under 100 IM. Clean start. Swimmers are in the water. First to touch the wall is indeed going to be Grace Lunardelli here, followed very closely in lane 2 by Emily Pelchat. Grace has extended her lead in lane 3 as she transitions over to the breaststroke, followed closely by Emily Pelchat in lane 2 and Nico Wienert in lane 4. So true to form here, folks, your leader and winner of Heat 5 is going to be Grace Lunardelli out of lane 3. Looks like Nico Wienert in lane 4 is going to come in second with Emily Pelchat very close behind in lane 2. So an outstanding job from all the IMers today in this heat. So that will conclude the 10 and under 100 IM. We're going to move into the mixed 10 and under 50-yard backstroke. There are 5 heats. I will also let you know that I'm doing my best, I'm doing my best to identify the top 1 or 2 swimmers in each of the heats. Unlike many other pools, there is no scoreboard or video board here at Pods. So I'm unable to look up at that board and see each swimmer's position and announce them out, and things are happening quite fast here. So I'm always going to do my best to give you at least the first 2 or 3 finishers here. So moving on to event 19, the mixed 10 and under 50-yard breaststroke. There are 5 heats. In heat 1, we'll feature in lane 2, Holden Thompson Bowman. In lane 3, Reese Caldwell. In lane 4, Sam Howes. And in lane 5, Olivia Lundstrom. Lanes 1 and lane 6 will be empty.
Okay, so we're on the 6th stroke. Turn onto your belly, take 1 stroke. Return onto your back.
Kids have made their way to the starting blocks. Final preparations here. Good to see some smiles on these kids as they're having a great time. And they're probably also excited they are in a swim meet, which is not taking 4 hours, which is usually the norm in the swimming world. Okay, we're off here. Event 19, heat 1 in the 50-yard backstroke. So it looked like the first to touch the wall was lane 4, which is Sam Howes, followed very closely in lane 3 by Reese Caldwell. As they make their turn and head toward the flags, Sam Howes opening up a little bit of a lead on Caldwell in lane 3, and it will be Sam Howes in lane 4 who takes heat 1 of the 50-yard backstroke, followed by Reese Caldwell with Holden Thompson Bowman and Olivia Lundstrom right behind them. Congratulations to Sam and all of the swimmers in heat 1.
Go, yes! Woo!
Moving on to heat 2 of 5 of the mixed 10 and under 50-yard backstroke. Lane 1 will feature Ben Woodsmall. Lane 2, Rory Caldwell. Lane 3, Mary Lee. Lane 4, Emma Holland. Lane 5, Lucas Wang. And lane 6, Mackenzie Schur. Once again, all of these swimmers are from Gators. Swimmers have made their way to the blocks. Well, we have a premature entry into the pool from Lucas in lane 5. That's okay. Everybody is now into the pool, assuming their position and ready to go here. And we are off with Heat 2 of the 50-yard backstroke here at Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island. First to touch, it looks like lane 3, Mary Lee. Who has about a half of a body length lead on lane 4, Lucas Wang. And indeed, it will be Mary Lee in lane 3 who takes Heat 2, followed by Lucas Wang in lane 4. So great job to Mary Lee there, taking it down. As we quickly move through our program here, we are moving on to Heat 3 of 5 of the mixed 10 and under 50-yard backstroke. Lane 1 will feature Victor Figet-Kosarev. Lane 2 will feature Rachel Pickrell. Lane 3, Isabel Assen. Lane 4, Alessandra Kang. Lane 5, Avery Abreu. And in lane 6, Charlotte Erickson. Lane 2, Rachel Pickrell will be your lone Crimson participant in this heat. The best time coming into this particular heat 3 belongs to Isabel Assen in lane 3 with a 42:11. And we are off here. Heat 3, 50-yard backstroke.
I have an answer.
Looks like first to touch was Allie Kang in lane 4. Allie in lane 4 and Victor in lane 1 are neck and neck here as we go to the finish, and it looks like it's too close to call, but Allie Kang and Victor Figet-Kosarev in lane 1 will be your 1 and 2 here. Again, not having a scoreboard with official touch times makes it very difficult to tell with the naked eye. But regardless, great job by the swimmers. We're moving on to Heat 4. Heat 4 of the mixed 10 and under 50-yard breaststroke will feature in lane 1, Miles Goncalves. In lane 2, Grayson Stock-Guild. In lane 3, Maddie Hardison. In lane 4, Kathleen Rossi. In lane 5, William Park. And in lane 6, Paul Dolan. Your top time in Heat 4 will come from Maddie Hardison, who's swimming out of lane 3. She has a 39.72, followed very closely by Kathleen Rossi in lane 4 with a 39.80. Swimmers have entered the pool Officials are ready, and we're about to get started here. Heat 4 and 5 of the 50-yard backstroke. Looks like first to touch is going to be Maddie Hardison in lane 3. She has about a body length lead on Kathleen Rossi out of lane 4, and it is going to be Maddie Hardison in lane 3 taking heat 4 or 5 with Kathleen Rossi close behind in lane 4. So very, very good swim out of these very up-and-coming, talented young backstrokers. Folks, that will take us to heat 5 of 5. This is the last heat of the mixed 10 and under 50-yard backstroke. We'll feature in lane 1, Daphne Russo. In lane 2, Emily Pelchat. In lane 3, Grace Lunardelli. In lane 4, Avery Trin. In lane 5, Nico Weinert. And in lane 6, Gemma Kent. Once again, the top time coming into this 50-yard backstroke has been logged by Grace Lunardelli, who will be swimming out of lane 3 with a 35.67. And the second best time comes from Avery Trin out of lane 4 with a 37.35. So this should be a very exciting race here. You saw Grace take the 100 IM in our last event. Let's see if she can make this back-to-back. First to touch is indeed Grace Lunardelli out of lane 3. And as they approach the flags, it looks like Grace Lunardelli will take this once again in lane 3 with Emily Pelchat followed very closely behind in lane 2. So outstanding job by all of the swimmers here. So folks, believe it or not, we are already 2/3 of the way through this meet this morning in very quick time. That concludes the 50-yard backstroke and our last event of the day for the 10 and under group is going to be the mixed 10 and under 50-yard freestyle. There will be 5 heats. Our top qualifier once again is going to be Grace Lunardelli with a 31.50 and Emily Pelchat with a 31.84. So they will be featured in heat 5 in lanes 3 and 4. So that will be a very exciting race. We're going to take this real quick 5-minute break in the action here to do an audio video check. So judging by the comments in the chat, it seems like everybody is able to see and hear me very clearly, but I'd love to hear just some feedback to make sure the audio is coming through good, video is coming through good as well. If you could just, a few people could just let me know, that would be spectacular.
Well, no, that's not the point I want to make.
Okay, it looks like audio video is clear. Looks like we have Christopher Mannion checking in, saying riveting commentary. So that is very nice to hear. Christopher, thank you very much for taking the time to join us this morning. So at this time, what I'd like to do is run through the results, the full results from the 100-yard IM. So there were 5 heats and 28 swimmers. As I mentioned earlier, Grace Lunardelli took first place with a time of 1:16.65. Second place was Nico Weinert with a time of 1:20.89. Third place was Emily Pelchat with a 1:22.54. Fourth place was Avery Trin with a 1:25.49. Fifth place was William Park with a 1:26.10. Sixth place was Daphne Russo with a 1:29.13. Seventh place was Gemma Kent with a 1:30.02. Eighth place was Victor Figet Kosarev with a 1:30.39. Ninth place was Avery Abreu with a 1:32.63. And rounding out the top 10 was Mary Lee with a 1:32.66. So it's very good to see as I scroll through all of the 28 swimmers here. There is a lot of green as I look on Meet Mobile, and that signifies a drop time. So in a very challenging year with practice time, not what it usually is because of the lack of pools and just the overall environment we're in, it's very difficult for the kids to be on track with their best times and really drop times. So when you take a look at all of the swimmers who have dropped times this morning so far, that is spectacular. And it's really a testament to these kids' hard work. So we do have the official results of the 50-yard back. So once again, I will run through the top 10 for you here. First place was Grace Lunardelli with a 34.28. Second place was Emily Pelchat with a 37 flat. Third place was Nico Weinert with a 37.87. Fourth place was Avery Trin with a 37.89. Fifth place was Maddie Hardison with a 38.01. Sixth place was Kathleen Rossi with a 40.04. Seventh place was Daphne Russo with a 40.16. Eighth place was Gemma Kent with a 41.07. Ninth place was Grayson Stock Guild with a 41.60. And in 10th place, rounding out our top 10, was Victor Figet Kosarev with a 41.99. Again, great performance by all the swimmers. So it looks like the kids are lining up, and this is going to be our last event of the morning in this 10 and under session. It's the 50 freestyle. There are 5 heats. In heat number 1, lanes 1 and lane 6 will be empty. Lane 2 will have Olivia Lundstrom. Lane 3, Mackenzie Scherer. Lane 4, Reese Caldwell. And lane 5, Holden Thompson Bowman.
I think it's going to be like you do at practice. You have to put your clothes on over your suit. Okay, so Lucas, that first hand is up. Watch your head on.
And yes, as Christopher Mannion suggests, I should orient the viewers to the lanes. Once again, lane 1 is furthest from the camera at the top of the pool, while lane 6 is closest to the camera. We're ready to get going here. Here we go for heat 1. It is a clean start here to the 50 freestyle. Looks like lane 3, Mackenzie Scherer, is out in front. Let's see who the first to touch the wall at the 25 turn is going to be, and it's really close with Mackenzie Scherer and Reese Caldwell in lanes 3 and 4. As we approach the flags, it is really too close to call here. And it looks like it's going to be lane 3, Mackenzie Scherer, who may have outtouched Reese Caldwell here. So great job, not only by Mackenzie and Reese, but Olivia and Holden as well. Moving on to Heat 2 of 5. Lane 1 will feature Avery Abreu. Lane 2 will feature Ben Woodsmall. Lane 3, Isabel Assen. Lane 4, Emma Holland. Lane 5, Lucas Wang. And lane 6, Sam Howes. As the kids from Heat 1 make their way out of the pool and by, we see Reese and Mackenzie here. Great job. By the kids here, and we see Heat 2 making their way to the starting blocks here. Once again, lane 1 will be Abreu, lane 2, Woodsmall, lane 3, Assen, lane 4, Holland, lane 5, Wang, lane 6, Howes. Swimmers mount the blocks, will be underway shortly. Very clean start here to the 50 free. So it looks like lane 5, Lucas Wang, is going to be the first to touch the wall here. And he opens up a little bit of a lead on Isabel Assen in lane 3. And it is going to be lane 5, Lucas Wang, followed very closely by Isabel Assen in lane 3. As a very excited Gators coach here screams about Lucas dropping 5 seconds, so great job, Lucas. Here, that will take us to Heat 3. Lane 1 will feature Charlotte Erickson. Lane 2, Victor Figuet Kosarev. Lane 3, Alessandra Kang. Lane 4, Mary Lee. Lane 5, Rachel Pickrao. Lane 6, Rory Caldwell. Your lone Crimson participant will come from lane 5, and that once again will be Rachel Pickrao. Swimmers make their way to the blocks. Will be underway shortly. Heat 3 of 5 in the 50-yard freestyle. Very tight grouping here. Looks like lane 2, Victor Figuet Kosarev with the lead at the wall. Victor's battling Charlotte Erickson in lane 1. And it looks like Victor will touch first out of lane 2, followed by Charlotte Erickson in lane 1. So spectacular job to those swimmers. And folks, we have reached Heat 4, which is our second to last heat of the morning here for the 10 and under group here in the 50-yard freestyle. Lane 1 will feature Miles Goncalves. Lane 2, Kathleen Rossi. Lane 3, Maddie Hardison. Lane 4, Grayson Stock-Guild. Lane 5, Paul Dolan. And lane 6, Gemma Kent. Okay, swimmers are lining up behind the blocks there, our second to last heat of this morning. Officials have blown the whistle, and we will be underway very shortly. Heat 4, mixed 10 and under 50-yard freestyle. Very tough to tell who touched first there. Lanes 2, 3, and 5 all neck and neck here. Looks like lane 3, Maddie Hardison, has opened up a little bit of a lead here. So it looks like we have Hardison in first place, followed very closely in lane 2 by Kathleen Rossi. Very fast race by all of the swimmers. And folks, that takes us to our final event of the morning in the 10 and under session. This is heat 5 of 5 of the 50-yard freestyle. In lane 1, Nico Weinert. In lane 2, Avery Trin. In lane 3, Grace Lunardelli. In lane 4, Emily Pelchat. In lane 5, Daphne Russo. And in lane 6, William Park. Once again, Grace Lunardelli has the best time coming into this event. She has won the first 2 events. Let's see if she's going to repeat here or if Emily Pelchat is going to challenge her. Emily has the second fastest time coming into this 50 free final heat. Very good start by all of the swimmers here in what should be a very fast and tightly contested 50 free. Grace Lunardelli is first to touch the wall here, followed by Emily Pelchat in lane 4. And folks, she has done it. She has captured the three-peat this morning. Grace Lunardelli coming in first, followed by Emily Pelchat in lane 4. So outstanding job to Grace, Emily, and all of the swimmers this morning. Folks, once again, thank you very much for taking the time to join us this morning. We know it's very difficult not being able to watch your children race in person, so we're happy to bring this to you. So we will be, whenever the next swim meet is, probably at some point in October, we will be having the same type of format. I will be doing the live stream here. So again, signing off from Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island. Thank you very much for taking the time to join us today. Have a great rest of your weekend.
That we do underwater